What if you don't have talent? You ever wondered this? You ever thought, I'm just a regular person. I don't have a lot of talent. I don't have, this guy has talent. This person has a natural gift for that. All of my friends, it seems like everybody else is gifted when they're born with certain things that make them special, and they figure it out, and they go and they become successful with these special skills, and I just wasn't given any of it. You ever thought like that? Is that you? It's been me before. I've certainly felt that way. It's interesting. You study talent versus skill versus ability, strengths, gifts. They're all kind of similar. But I want to talk a little bit about talent. You watch America's Got Talent. And there's some very talented people on there. I'm always amazed when you see these little child prodigies, right? Like this 5-year-old that can sing like nobody's business. You listen to it and you're like, I can't believe that voice is coming from somebody who's a 5-year-old body. Literally, this is phenomenal. And I don't know if you've ever, had the pleasure of seeing some child prodigy performing in some way, but that is pure talent. No questions asked. That is pure talent. They're born with that, and of course they enhance it. But I think those are exceptions. When somebody is exceptionally talented like that, at birth, at a very, very young age, and they figure it out early in life, I think that's an exception to the rule. There are very few people that actually have that. 3 or 4 or 5-year-olds that are performing at Carnegie Hall, for example. That's not normal. The rest of us, I put myself in that category. I'm 45 or 44. I've passed that opportunity. That window has closed. The rest of us have to work for it. And this is the thing that separates us from the successful people from the non-successful people. If you sift off the top, there's a few people that are just born for some reason, born with some amazing talent. They discover it early in life. They go on, they become very, very successful. You cannot compare yourself to those people. Skim them off the top and throw them out of the list of people that you're comparing yourself to. And it evens the playing field significantly, because the rest of us fall in the same category. We have to work our butts off if we want success. And that's the bottom line. Hard work, hard, dogged determination. There's nothing like it. A hustle. Staying up, adding an extra hour at the end of the day, doing a few more sales calls, a little more polish on your presentation, going that extra mile, putting in that little extra effort that nobody else is willing to put in because they're just a little bit lazy. We all have a little lazy bone to us. Those of us willing to put ourselves out there on that level will be successful. It's just a matter of time. If you'll do that, if you'll work hard and put yourself out there, expect a very high level of quality and nothing less. It takes a lot of hard work, and it's not easy. And it may not happen tonight, tomorrow, or next week. It may not happen in a few years. You might look at somebody else who started on the same track and they did the same effort, it seems. You don't know all the details, but it seems from the outside. And they have success in 2, 3, 4, 5 years. Okay, great. Good for them. But that doesn't mean you won't. It means your timeline is different than theirs for whatever reason. Sometimes things come into our lives, serendipities, happenstances, chance, luck. Those are all factors. Everything happens like that. It's the world we live in. And sometimes your big chance or your big twist of luck just has a different timeline. That's it. So if you're bogged down under this idea that, I don't have a lot of talent, I don't have a lot of gift or strengths, I'm just an average Joe. An average Joe can outwork anybody. Okay? An average Joe can out-hustle, can not give up, can develop anything, any skill into a talent. I wasn't born with a natural ability to play the piano. I wasn't. I took 8 years of piano lessons. From the time I was about 8 years old, I started. My mom put me in till I was about 16 years old. 8 years of piano lessons. Well, today I'm not a concert pianist. Some people take 8 years of piano lessons and that becomes their career. They go on and they become these famous musicians and they learn the rest on their own. They have a natural knack for it. They can pick it up naturally. I did not have a natural knack for it, but because I took 8 years and didn't give up during those 8 years, yeah, I can play the piano, but I'm not like a concert pianist. Does that make sense? So you can develop a skill just by spending time with it. You want to become an artist? Become an artist. How? Spend time with it. Maybe you have a natural knack and it goes fast. Maybe you don't have a natural knack for it and it goes slow. Either way, you can develop that skill into a talent. You can develop talents. You want to be a salesperson? You can do that. Just understand everybody's timeline is different, and some people are born with a natural ability, a natural gift to do things, and that's why so many successful coaches teach you to tap into your passion, because it accelerates your ability to develop skills in that area. You'll go a lot faster. These people that you're seeing that have, maybe discouraging to watch their success and their track seemingly go so much faster than yours, a lot of it is because they have a natural ability, and those abilities are tied around to their passion somehow. It's something that they're naturally good at or they're very interested in, and that interest drives them forward and pushes them forward 1 hour later at night, 1 hour earlier in the morning, 1 extra or 10 extra sales calls or this or that. That passion pushes that drive. So they do that extra work naturally, and therefore they achieve huge results. If you're forcing yourself to do things because you have to, and it's not really tied to a passion, it's not going to come as quickly and easily. You're going to have to, it's not going to be as fun, really, we should say that, because you have to force yourself to do things and you're not going to really enjoy the process as much. So it'll be easy to talk yourself out of it. I'm not going to stay up an extra hour tonight. I'm kind of burned out, right? Well, if you're pursuing your passion, it's a lot harder to burn yourself out. So skills, talents, abilities, gifts, strengths, people have them, people don't. You have them. You have some natural knacks. You have some areas that you don't have a lot of, you're going to really have to struggle in if you want to be good at it. Figure out what you're good at naturally and pursue that. That's the first advice. But if you don't want to, you understand you just have to be patient with the timeline. And it's going to be different than other people's timelines, and be okay with that, because the first thing you do when you compare is you're going to despair. One of my mentors says, compare and despair. Every time when you compare yourself to others, you're going to be discouraged because you don't have the same gifts, knacks, abilities, strengths, talents, lucks, serendipities, doors of opportunity that happen to open up because of a certain person that they met 3 days ago. You don't have the exact same of those things as any other person. So for you to compare yourself to those people is completely unreasonable. But we all do it, right? We all look at each other, well, how come I'm not that? How come I'm not this? Well, I'm giving you permission to drop all that, because we all just have different timelines. That's it. And as long as you don't quit, and as long as you work at it, and you pursue a passion, and you figure something out, and you jump in there, and you, day after day, work hard, it's going to happen. It just has to happen. Everybody that's done it says the same thing. I've never heard anybody that's done it that gives different advice. It will happen. Success is inevitable. That's the beauty. That's the good news. You can rest on that. You can go, he got successful early. Good for him. His timeline was that was the case. And mine's still coming. And it's going to be there. It's there. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. It's right there. I just have to keep walking until I get to that light. And it might take a little longer. It might take a little more effort because I'm not gifted or talented in that area. It might not come so naturally to me as it did with him. That's okay. Just don't quit. As long as you don't quit, you'll make it.